Okay. My apologies. I have no idea what I'm doing. That makes it all just a little bit better. Okay, so using Ms. Twila Johnson's How to Crochet a Hacky Sack book, that was Kindle Unlimited, so I borrowed it. I've already done 3 using 3 different size hooks. She suggests the 3.5 millimeter. So I did, this one's a 3.5 millimeter. And then this one is the 4 millimeter. And this one, which is a little bit firmer, I added too much of the polyplastic beads. This one is the 4.5 millimeter. I'm using my row counter, the clicky one, because I like it. I'm gonna have a stitch holder for the first stitch, and of course my little tapestry needle. And I'm going to use my 4 millimeter today. And I got these tiny little things of yarn. For this lining, I did pick up some nylons and then polyplastic beads, which we will do. So to start, we are making a magic circle. Do it around 2 or 3 fingers. Kind of wrap it around there. Take your hook, pull the 3rd one, and then this part is a little tricky. Make sure you have your yarn hooked to your thing, and then chain 2 through that little loop that you made. Okay, that is not a stitch. It is a stitch, but it's not going to be a stitch. And then you're going to want to single crochet in your loop 6 single crochets, and mark the first one. So that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. So I've got 6 twisted up single crochets because it's always awkward to start. And then you're going to pull your circle tight. And because I have 2 extra lines there, I'm going to see where that, okay, so that's pulling the outside circle there. So I'm going to take this inside circle. No, excuse me, I'm going to take the outside circle. And I'm going to pull tight the inside circle. Till we're nice and tight, and then I'm going to take my little tail. I'm going to pull that part tight, and it still looks like a mess. So then we're going to start increasing immediately because that's what we do. And since this is my very first crochet video, I might be absolutely terrible at it. It's okay. Never expect perfection. Okay, I'm going to take my marker out. Well, I do 2 single crochets in the first stitch. So 1, 2, place my marker in the first of that 2. This is gonna hurt my shoulders. And then 2 single crochets in each stitch after that, so that we have a total of 12 stitches. The reason I'm making this a cat toy is because, pun intended, Calypso has been having a ball with the ones that I've already made. She just loves them to death. Of course, every time I get out the yarn, she's always way excited. So with this one, I am going to add some catnip. And she has like a really good nose for catnip, so chances are the minute I open it, she'll sense it. That's not going to be for a little bit. Okay, so that's our first single crochet. That's our first increase round. Let me make sure I have 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the next increase round, you're going to do 2 single crochets in the first stitch. So 1, 2, mark your first stitch, and then 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. So it's basically double, single, double, single, all the way around, ending with a single. And then make sure we have 18 stitches after the second increase round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. And now we're going to do our next increase round. 2 single crochets in the first stitch once again. 1, 2, mark your first stitch so we know where that is. And then this time we're going to do 2 singles. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the stitch after that, and then double single crochet, 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. So double, single, single, double. One, 2, my hope is that if you're watching this video, you're not watching it to learn how to crochet, because that part I'm not very good at. So there's double. I could probably teach it, but showing it, I'm not very good at figuring that out yet. Double. And since I've already made 3 of these, I'm feeling a little bit more confident in the pattern. Already got it memorized. except for her decreasing rows. She has an invisible decrease that I couldn't figure out via her instructions. So I just did regular decrease because, let's face it, it's a hacky sack. It's not meant to be something amazing. One, two, single, single. And then that's the second decrease row, increase row, third increase row, excuse me. Now we're looking at what, 24? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And now the last increase row, 2 single crochets in your first stitch. Mark your very first stitch. And then 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then a double. One, 2, 3, double, 1, 2, 3, double. You're going to end up with 30 stitches at the end of this increase row, and this is going to be your last increase row. 1, all right, lost my place. Okay, now I'm double. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, oh, 3. Okay, last increase row. Let me get this string out of the way. Kind of like to double it up and tie it. There's no point for me to cut off that thing to weave it in and then cut it off, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it inside out, and then after I put the bags in. So now we are going to use our counter, and I've already got mine set on 5 because this is row 5. And we're just going to do row 6 through 11 is just gonna be a round, which is why I have my starting marker there. You can count if you want. Otherwise, this is kind of going to be a silent part of the video, which is fine. We can all just focus on our rows. Done with that. That's row 6. Calypso better love the heck out of this thing. Tiggy can too. I might make her her own. Not on video. This is the only video I'm doing of this particular project because it's fairly quick. If I could put my shoulders in a more relaxed position, I could probably get this done in about 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes. My intention is to make 3 of them today. I'm going to make at least 20 and hand them to the kids on my husband's side of the family, including my kids. So 2 per kid, and then see if we can't teach them how to play hacky sack, which I've never really actually played because I never thought that I had the coordination for it. But I do want to learn this summer how to play hacky sack. And so if my husband and his brothers, there's row 7, would like to teach the kids, and the preteens and the teenagers are going to be like, oh, this is so stupid, because everything is stupid unless it's their idea. But I think they'll have fun with it. We'll see if we can teach them how to play hacky sack. Good thing I have a counter. I would have already lost rows. It's like when I'm doing weights and I forget which count I'm on. Kind of makes me wonder, when my grandmother was in the nursing home with Alzheimer's disease, she would often just sit there and count when we were visiting with her. And my mom said it was from what the days, or she thought it was from the days when she was in the factory, and that's what she would have to do. And so I wonder if I live long enough to get Alzheimer's, or if I end up getting that same issue that my grandma had, if that's going to be me counting, just counting. I think I've got it down how high to fill it. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We've got 4 more rows to go, and then we'll do 1 round of the decrease row. And then we'll fill the polyplastic pellets into the nylon and fill the ball. And then we'll crochet around it. Happy 4th of July to those of you who live in the United States and celebrate the 4th of July. That's tomorrow. But still, happy birthday, America.
When?
Hi.
When will we make a red one? Red and black.
This is going to be Calypso's. I'm going to put some catnip in with the poly beads.
Oh, so it's like a fidget for them? I thought you were just
It can be a cat toy. This is a Hacky sack. You can use those for trying to juggle now. I am done with those 3. I better not find that little plastic piece.
I know. I was gonna do it over here.
Thank you. And just remember, I'm recording, so don't let people think poorly of you.
Bro. Wait, you are?
I am recording.
Get me out of here.
Does not want witnesses to when he's sassy. Last row before we start our decrease, and then fill it with the poly plastic beads. Okay, so that's row 11. So she also tells you how to do the magic ring in this book, which is fine. I kind of do it my own little way. So the invisible decrease, she says, insert the hook into the front loop of the first stitch, and then you have 2 loops on the stitch. Do not yarn over, and then insert the hook into the front loop of the next stitch. To do this, you need to swing the hook down first so you can insert the hook under the front loop, so that there's 3 loops on the hook. And then she says, swing the hook down, then up through the front loop of the next stitch. So it's like she's decreasing 3 stitches. And then it says, finally, you're going to yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops and then on the hook so that you only have 2 loops left. But when I tried this, I wasn't getting that because that's not what happens when you have, when you're doing 3 stitches instead of. So the invisible decrease did not work for me, so I just decided to do regular decrease, which is just taking my hook and going through the first one, pulling up a loop, and then going through the second one and pulling up a loop, and then yarning over and then pulling through all 3 of those. Her instructions, from my interpretation, would be you're going, how would I even show that? Let's show it from the back then. Is you would be going through the, we're not even worrying about that yarn yet. So we're taking a hook and we're going through the front loop, okay? And then we're coming down and going through the second loop. And then we're coming down and going through another one. And then finally, we're yarning over and then taking that through 2 loops, but then I still have 3 loops on the thing instead of the 2. So then I tried doing it with the, now I have to start over. Drop that. So up and down, so 2 loops, and then I did that. And then finally I've got the 2 loops. So maybe we'll do that for right now. And then you've got, so you decreased, you did 2 stitches in 1. And they call that an invisible one. And then you're going to single crochet in the next 3. So it's basically just a reverse of, so 1, 2, 3. So it's a reverse of what you were increasing. So 2 together. And then 3 by themselves. One, 2, 3. Yeah, I know I've got to do my Duolingo. One, 2, 3. Invisible decrease. And then 1, 2, 3. So it should be back down to 24 stitches. Maybe I will do a learn how to crochet. And then you guys can tell me if I suck at teaching or not. 1, 2, 3. All right, do I have 24 stitches? Let's count my pumpkin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 stitches. Hurrah for me. And then I'm going to put my little marker through that loop to hold on to that loop so that I don't lose it. And then I'm just going to flip it inside out for now. And then now we're going to take one of our pantyhose, take our scissors, because we destroy things here. I'm not going to use that part. I've got my bag of beads. A big 5-pound bag of beads. And I'm going to fill this up as best I can. Stop sticking to me. See how that fits in there. Do I like that amount? Get out of there. Before I tie it off, I want to see how it fits in there. A little too much. I'm going to get rid of a few beads and try again. That is actually much, much better. So it's like my beads just kind of fill just to the very top. And I'm going to actually cut a little bit more off this so that I don't have quite so much when I tie it off. And you could sew it too if you don't want the big knot. However, I didn't feel like sewing it. And I thought the knot wasn't that big of a deal. It is not recommended to use any kind of food item like beans or lentils or rice, because if these get wet, oh shoot, Chandra, not yet. Remember, this is a cat toy. Catnip. How much catnip should I put in there? How much catnip can a catnip nip if a cat could get nip? Cat, what? What? Adding my catnip. We like drugged kitties. Mix it in there a little bit. Okay. Adding a little more catnip. And now I'm going to tie it off. I'm surprised the cat hasn't come running. She smells this. She's so good at smelling this. Okay, mix it in there. Now I'm going to tie it. Anyway, using food items like beans or lentils or rice can cause mold if they get wet. Okay, now I'm going to put this in my little bag there with the knot side down with the yarn. So it kind of looks nice in there. Seal up my poly plastic pellets so that they don't go everywhere. And then continue with our decreases. Since I flipped it, I'm now going in the opposite direction. And we can continue with the invisible decrease. So, Chandra, don't yarn over. And since we're on the second decrease row, we are going to decrease. So combine 2 stitches and then 2 stitches single after that. One, 2. Invisible decrease, if you say so. 1, 2. Invisible decrease that I'm probably doing wrong. And that's fine. You can correct me in the comments if you feel the need to. That's fine. I think the point is just to decrease. around the beads. Have to come back up into the camera. I have a love-hate relationship with the filled bag already. One, two. Next decrease row. I think I'm just gonna regular decrease now. Well, this kind of gives a little more give to it though. So, okay, decrease on the first stitch, mark your first stitch. And now it's one single stitch in between, and then decrease. Through the front loop, through the front loop, yarn over, pull two, through two, and then yarn over, pull through two, and then one stitch, and then decrease through the front loop, through the front loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, okay. Down, down, pull through two, pull through two. This definitely does make it so that it doesn't have those big gaps in it like this one does. And I'm not sure if that's because this one is more full than it needs to be, or if this one is because I'm using the invisible decrease that she describes. And so it's not pulling so much on the yarn. Lost my place. No. Oh, I got it. Okay. Excuse you. And now as we near the end of this, your marker kind of gets in the way, and that is just fine. And then this should bring us back down to like 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So I just won't decrease in the end. It's not like it matters. Who's gonna tell on me? It's a cat toy. Even if it was a hacky sack I was using for the kids, they won't care. And then we're going to decrease all the way around, so no single crochets. Well, I mean, it's all single crochets, but it's all decreasing. So that we go from 12 stitches to 6. Take out your marker. Pull your yarn through. And now I'm left with this little hole that I'm going to basically sew up. So Jet! Just kind of go. I need Calypso! I need Calypso! Okay. And then weave your yarn through. However you need to. Doesn't need to be perfect. So this one's pretty squishy. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to.
She is so fat and chunky.
So am I.
Why would you say that in front of the video? Ow, ow, baby.
You said it
Ow.
about the cat in front of the video.
There you go. Ah!
You smell it? Calypso! Does that got the catnip? Is that your own little ball? Okay, threw that off in the living room for her. All right, thanks for watching. It wasn't perfect, but it was my first, so.